Okay. Let me get everybody up here. Okay, Grant Nagel, can you read this? Unmute your mic.
March 26th science. March 26th
Okay.
science.
Today is March 26th, and we are working on science. Did you all get a chance to see the video that I put up on animals from Generation Genius?
No, what play? Oh, I'm sorry.
Olympia, did you? Olympia?
It was he said in the chat that we couldn't watch it.
Olympia, can you respond? Who said in the chat you couldn't watch
It
it?
was play. That's all.
Okay.
It wouldn't
Everybody
unpause. We tried to click it, and it. I just clicking on it, and it wouldn't unpause.
It wouldn't play. Pia, sit still, speak into the microphone, and tell me that again, because I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. So we couldn't watch it because it was on pause, but like it wouldn't unpause. Like we kept trying to hit play on it, and I kept hitting it, and it just wouldn't play.
Okay, I'll check that out. Could you maybe copy the address, put it in the address bar, and see if it will play that way today? And I'll take a look at that when we get offline. Okay. Anybody else? No one got to see it then. It didn't work. Oh, Mr. Gilger, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? I just want to let you know that I was with Alex trying to fix an issue with Alex's computer. So he'll be in. He's restarting his computer. He'll be in like 1 minute. Okay.
Mr.
All
Baker,
right.
Yes, Gracie.
I have a question. My
Sure.
computer, when I first started it, it kept glitching from the SJS home screen with the tiger. Well, like when I went into even the video, like every now and then I would see a glitch where like a part of the SJS sign would just appear somewhere, and it kept doing that. So then I signed out and re-signed back in, and it stops. Would there be a reason for that?
No, I would just shut down your computer next time instead of just signing out. When you click on the power option in the bottom right corner, there is a power button, and you can shut down your Chromebook. Just do that every now and then.
Okay.
You guys got the older devices until you get up into 6th grade, so just make sure you shut it down every now and then. It'll help the computer update and stuff. So.
Okay.
All right. Sorry for interrupting, Mrs. Wetzel. I'll let you get back to work.
No, that's good. We like to see your smiling face every once in a while. Make sure you're still around.
All right.
Oh, look who joined us.
Alex will be in 1 minute.
Hey.
Hi.
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 Hi. You guys. Are you tired?
Yeah, we're
No.
my stupid energy. I've been up since 6:35.
6:35?
No,
Lily, what time did
6:30.
you get up? 6:30. Lily, what time did you get up?
8.
8? 8?
I got up at 8.
So I wanted to check in with you. How are you all doing?
Good.
Good.
What do you think about all this craziness?
I like it.
It's
because
fun,
we get to
but it's
see-
kind of annoying. We have another 2 weeks.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have.
Fine.
Great.
Okay, listen, you can't all talk at one time. It doesn't work if you can talk at one time. What do you think of this craziness? Jack, what do you think?
It worked.
No. What did you say? I didn't hear anything. It just went silent for a second.
What do you think of this craziness?
Oh, I think this is just weird. Here, we're all stuck at home. We're all talking through a computer. Our mom can spy on us while we do classes.
That is very true.
Should I say that, Miss Whitney?
Tell her I heard her.
Mrs. Ventura
What?
Oh, she
How's
heard her.
life?
How is life? Life is
How's
okay.
life?
Life,
Oh,
I
to go to
miss
school.
you guys. I miss you guys. I would rather be at school with you than talking to you through a computer screen. But I wanted to check in on you because I have a question. So on Friday, a survey is going to be coming out to your parents, and we're working on a version of that survey to send to you because we think that you have an important say in this whole thing. So one of the questions that are on that survey, and something that the diocese is both allowing us to do and suggesting we do, but we can make our own choice on this, is going to a 4-day school week and using that last day for you to either get caught up, or maybe you don't have school at all that day, or you do homework on that day. What do you think about that?
I like it.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
thumbs up over here. 4-day week. 3-day
I would
weekend.
say it's good, but I need to think about it more than just saying it now.
You think about it?
My mom
Irfan?
thinks it's a bad idea. She's making her weird face. She's making her like bad idea face.
Should I tell you how I feel?
No, say no. Yes.
Should I tell you my thoughts on this subject?
Sure.
Yes. What's your
I think that what we've prepared for you and what we're doing for you is pretty incredible. And I think that it's working really, really well. So while I don't want you to be stressed or overwhelmed with a lot of work, I think 5 days works.
You still want us to do this?
I like the 5
I
days.
don't know. Because what else would you do if you didn't come to school? What else would you do?
Go crazy.
Be couch potatoes. Right, Irfan?
I mean, yeah,
I'll be
but
allowed
the
to.
entire week of just hanging out and doing random things like playing board games and reading books.
So what do you think, Irfan? Do you think we should do that or not?
Well, I don't know. I have
No.
to think about it more.
It depends on what day it is. If it's a Monday, then sure. If it's Friday, maybe. If it's just in the flat middle of the week, then no. It's weird. It's just gonna be confusing. Like, oh, I'm ready for class. Pass. Oh wait.
Okay, stop. You're all talking at the same time. Okay. Well,
Sorry.
I will take those thoughts into consideration. How's your homework load? How do you feel about that? Lily has her hand up.
Okay-ish.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a reasonable amount, but sometimes it gets a little hectic because then I have so many things to do on the computer, and then I have actually homework and also that, and then I will have to read, and then on top of all that.
Okay.
So
Gracie?
I mean, I think the homework part is fine, but so it seems like this week we've had a lot of assignments due on Friday. So I have to kind of set a timer for myself. I'll be like, all right, I'll try to do some of this today, and then maybe that tomorrow. But I feel if we just laid out a little bit more on the stuff that's due all on one day, then I feel that would be a little bit better.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So it's all hitting you at one time.
Yeah.
Do you think, Grant, that you could use your time better to spread those assignments out during the week?
no, 'cause then you have to get it done on that certain point.
Okay.
Oh, that's true though. Well, no, I think it's better if we do spread it out because then if we have one thing all due on the same day and then you have other things spread out during that week, then it's gonna be a bit too much, right? Yeah.
I think Irfan is your next principal.
I like the
What do you
way he
think?
mulls things over, thinks about it before he decides.
He's giving
went
things
from this-
careful consideration. All right, that's all I wanted. Guess what day of school it is?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Nope. Try again. What number?
Oh, number.
Oh,
Wait, it's 26. It's Friday and then Thursday. So then that would be. Wait, that's 5, right? Where's the 30?
It is day 138.
Oh, it's online.
Should we do morning announcements?
Yeah.
There.
Okay, let's do morning announcements. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today's Thursday, March 26th. It is the 138th day of school. Today for lunch is whatever you can find in your refrigerator. My prayer isn't ready for today, so I can't give you a prayer, but I can, and everybody say it with me, invite Christ into your heart, into your bathroom. Have a great day. Have a great day. Bye.
Okay, that was nice. We got to meet a couple of people.
Oh, Alex just came and then Alex left.
Yeah.
Well, he's having a little difficulty with his computer, yeah.
He didn't like
Okay.
me.
All right, there he is. He's joining now. Hi, Alex.
You missed
Okay, mute your mics, everybody. Mute your mic. Before we go on, we're kind of running out of class time, but that's okay. We can work on it on Monday. Before we go on, did anybody talk to you about the show and tell for Monday? Yes. What do you know about the? What do you know about the show and tell?
You bring an item in and then you show and then talk about it, right?
Okay, so it has to be something you can show and talk about. And I guess you'll do, I don't know how we'll do that. I guess you can do it in my class and you can do it in Mr.
Can I show
Tausig's class.
A live animal?
Sure,
Can I
why
show
not?
A live animal? Okay.
Sure. All right, sounds good. All right, let's mute your mic. And one thing I do want to get done is this question we had on.
Tiny puppy.
No, not today. Mute your mic, Grant, and share your puppy. You got a new puppy? That'd be a great show and tell. Oh, okay. Mute your mic.
Cute puppy. Run free.
Okay. The question we do want to get answered today is, why do animals become adapted to their environments? What are the reasons for it? Alex, that was the cause and effect question for page 162 and 163.
Why do animals become adaptive?
Yes. Why is your picture a girl? You're a
He used
girl.
a trap to make him look like a girl, and then he made that his screen thing.
I see that. Well, I want to see your face.
Like 2 days ago, he changed like 15 times.
All right, Jack.
Snapchat.
Go ahead, Alex. Why do animals become adapted to their environment? That was your cause and effect question for page 162 and 163. What did you write, Alex?
I put, they become adapted to their environment to survive in order to like reproduce and survive, and to learn how to like live and feed. Yeah.
Okay. What I would include in that is they also do it to find shelter, to find food, water, and the things they need to survive. Kind of encompass that in there. I'd like to go to page 164, and I'd like somebody to read 164 today. So, Alex, mute your mic. And who feels like reading? Unmute your mic if you would like to read. Okay,
I'd
go
like
ahead.
to read.
Grace, go ahead. Grant, mute your mic for now.
Okay. Survival and reproduction. How do living things become adapted to their environments? Arctic foxes did not originate from the cold regions where they live now. They moved there many, many years ago. Some of those long ago foxes had fur that turned lighter in the winter. They could hide from predators more easily in winter than foxes whose fur stayed brown. They could also They
are-
also caught food more easily because they were harder to see in the snow. They could sneak up on prey. The foxes with lighter winter fur bred with other foxes that had lighter winter fur. Their offspring also had lighter fur in the winter. This happened again and again. Eventually, the winter fur was white, and all the foxes of that species shared the trait.
Okay, good job. Many, many generations this has to happen in order for it to become for the gene to go throughout the whole species. So you could see it takes a long, long time for this to occur, but that's exactly how it occurs. You have your gene, you have your dominant gene, your recessive gene. The animals with the recessive genes that had the darker fur, they started to die out. So they didn't transfer their gene over. The lighter fur was able to camouflage better in the winter. And so more and more of the dominant genes, especially the ones that had two dominant genes, one from the mom, one from the dad for light fur, they began to have more and more of those with two dominant genes. So that's how adaptation occurs. All right, let's go to the next paragraph. I think it was Grant that said he'd like to read also. Go ahead, Grant.
Okay. All animals have adaptations for survival. Adaptations can help an animal survive. Attacks from predators. Some snakes make venom that they can eject with their fangs. Porcupines have sharp, thick hairs called quills on their backs. When an animal tries to bite or scratch the porcupine, the painful quills get stuck in the animal's snout, head, or paw. Most of an armadillo's body is covered by thick skin-like armor. An armadillo will roll up into a ball when it is threatened, making it very hard for a predator to bite it or grab it. Turn your mic off, Gracie.
No, that wasn't Gracie's dog. That was my dog. Sorry. Go ahead.
Or grab. An armadillo's armor also protects it if it runs from a predator into a patch of thorns or thick underbrush.
And they have some pictures there of. Have you ever seen any of these animals in the wild that you see down here? The snake, the rattlesnake, porcupine.
No.
You may have saw a porcupine. They are native around here. And armadillo. You won't find one of those around here. They are more in the southern hemisphere. Down in Florida, they have armadillos. I saw one in the wild in Disney one time in the campgrounds. So they are in the wild in Florida. I need someone else to read. I think, Jack, could you read the next page? Adaptations on page 1.
Adaptations help animals. Adaptations help animals survive so that they can reproduce. If a species can't successfully reproduce, it may become extinct. Extinction is the death of all organisms of a species.
Slow down.
All living things reproduce. What?
Keep going, Jack.
All living things reproduce, but not every living thing reproduces in the same way. As we learned, plants and animals reproduce in different ways. Mammals, for the most part, reproduce in the same way, but there are still differences. How often a mammal reproduces, the length of the pregnancy, and how many offspring it has our adaptations adaptations. Some animals, such as black bear, reproduce once a year and only have one or two offspring at a time. The pregnancy lasts about 7 months. Other animals, such as rabbits, reproduce 2 or 3 times a year and can have up to 20 offspring at a time. Their pregnancy only lasts about a month. These adaptations related to reproduction is inherited traits. A female bear has only 1 or 2 cubs because they mature very slow and need a lot of attention. Rabbits mature very quickly and don't need as much care as young bear cubs. Not all the rabbits will survive into adulthood. However, there are some in a litter enough will survive to keep the rabbits from being extinct. These animals will pass on their traits to their offspring. Adaptations are very important. Adaptations make sure that a species meets its basic needs, as well as making sure that they will survive and reproduce over and over again.
Okay.
We have just enough time to do the question.
Yep, let's do the question. We'll talk about the your notes, what you had in notes on Monday. How did the Arctic fox get its white fur? Bernadette, I haven't heard your voice. Are you there? Bernadette. Hi, Bernadette. How are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Where's your picture? Oh, there you are. Could you tell us, did you have an answer to the question, how did the Arctic fox get white fur in winter? Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Wait, stop a minute, Bernadette. Jack, listen, you have a TV or something on in your room. When you're online, you probably should turn that off. And you're okay now because you muted.
My sister's taking a class. My sister's taking a class. Sorry, she's right in the other room. I'll mute.
Okay, yes, please. Go ahead, Bernadette.
All right. When it gets into the winter season, the Arctic fox would automatically adapt to it.
How did that occur? Can you add more information? Who didn't I talk to? Irfan. What do you have for your answer? Irfan? Can you respond to the question, Irfan?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I was saying stuff. It is very cold in the winter, and animals need a lot of fur to stay warm. And Arctic foxes have tons and tons of fur. I don't actually know why it's white.
Then you need to read page 164 again because it tells you why it's white. Pia, could we hear your answer? Oh, no, not Pia. Liliana. You didn't give any answers. Liliana, could you tell us what you had for your answer? Unmute your mic, Lily.
Why they get white fur? Because the coat allows it to hide and from predators in the white snow.
Okay. I guess
during that white, and also it's brown. I think in the summer.
Yes, it does.
Then it turns white.
I want you to think a little bit more about the answer to this question, and we'll talk more on Monday about it. And what I want you to really think. I have to go, Lily, because I have another class. It's 11.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, Gracie. I have to go.
Answer. Oh.
11. So no, you can't, Olympia, because I have to go to my other class. So I'm going to say I want some of you who answered to rethink your answers and make sure you include how that gene was passed on so that they could have white fur. And our homework for Monday, of course, we have no school tomorrow. Our homework for Monday is going to be the review questions on page 167. Oh, wait. No, I'm wrong. What about 166? I didn't have that in there. You'll have to read 166. Somehow I missed that page. And just do page 166. We'll do the review questions another day. So for tomorrow, work on that and do 166.
Goodbye.
Wait, so we just have to do 166 and write notes? Do we just read 166 and write notes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and we'll go over the notes.
Do you want us
That's
to
all,
do
yes.
the cause and effect question? Do you want us to do the cause and effect question?
Yes, yes, on 166. Okay, I'm going to sign out. Thanks for everything, and we'll see you on Monday.
Wait, what do we have